trails in Whiskeytown could stay closed for another 3 years following Carr Fire damage.
So this is people keep asking us about this, and I didn't have an answer because they have been vague about when they're going to open things up. And so for anyone that doesn't know, the Carr Fire blazed through Whiskeytown National Park, National Recreation Area in 2018, burned 90% of the park. And that includes a ton of trails, a ton of waterfalls, a ton of different stuff that after this huge wildfire burned through it, it becomes dangerous for hikers, right? So the following year in 2019, in the summer of 2019, they opened up Whiskeytown Falls and Crystal Creek Falls. And it's like, yes, they're opening back up. Great, this is awesome. But they still haven't opened up the other places. The trail to Shasta, Bally is still closed. Brandy Creek Falls closed. Boulder Creek Falls closed. So they finally gave the public an explanation. So basically, it was the fire completely messed up everything, and then we got drenched in 2019. In the winter of 2019, right after the summer of 2018. And so it completely messed up the entire erosion of the park. And the hill of Shasta, Bally, it cannot be trusted for hikers. So they basically just have to wait for nature to fix it. And not only that, they said there's also thousands of work hours to restabilize the trails and make them safe. So it's a tough dose of truth, but it's the only way that they can keep people safe in the park.
That's a good explanation. Anyone that's ever gone on a hike that maybe veered a little bit off trail and ended up in some really loose gravel, you know how dangerous that can be. And so basically they're like, we need to wait for the ground to settle so that we can make a more stable trail so that it's safe. So that makes sense. Obviously, we would rather be able to go there now, but I'm sure they're doing everything that they can to speed up the process of recovery. It's good that there's at least some parts of Whiskeytown that are open. We went kayaking there, like a month ago now. Several hikes to the falls since
Crystal Creek Falls and Whiskeytown Falls.
So it's good that we're at least coming back a little bit at a time, but we won't be fully open for another 3 years.
And they said 3 years minimum, so it could be a lot more than that. It will be closed. The two hikes, the two waterfalls, Brandy Creek Falls and Boulder Creek Falls, will have closed for 5 years.
Wow,
that's insane. But yeah, tough news out of Whiskeytown.